This is a 3-ingredient Japanese tonic that's been quietly used for over 1,000 years, and it might explain why Japan has more centenarians per capita than almost any other country on Earth. While Americans spend hundreds of dollars a month on vitamin bottles, supplement stacks, and pre-workout powders, many Japanese households keep just 3 ingredients in their kitchen that do the heavy lifting for everything from metabolism to heart health to fat burning. And the craziest part? The oldest known record of this formula dates back to 984 AD. Let me break this down for you because this isn't some internet fad. This isn't some guru trying to sell you a mystery powder. This is a combination of ingredients that Japanese warriors carried into battle, that Okinawa Centenarians have consumed daily for generations, and that modern science is now catching up to explain. 3 ingredients, exposed, right now. Let's start with why Japan is different, because that context matters. Japan's dietary supplement market hit over $13 billion in 2024. That's a massive number. But here's what's interesting. While that market is booming, the philosophy behind it is completely different from what you see in the West. In America, we tend to reach for supplements after something goes wrong. We feel tired, we grab B12, we get sick, we pop vitamin C, we gain weight, we buy fat burners. It's reactive. Japan's approach has historically been preventive. They don't wait for the problem. They build the solution into their daily routine, often through food itself. And nowhere is this more obvious than on the island of Okinawa. Okinawa is one of only 5 designated blue zones on the planet, places where people consistently live to be over 100 years old at rates that make scientists scratch their heads. The Okinawa Centenarian Study, launched by Dr. Makoto Suzuki back in 1975, is the longest continuously running study of centenarians in the world. His team, which includes Dr. Bradley Wilcox, has studied over 1,000 people who lived past the age of 100. 1,000. And what they found wasn't some exotic miracle drug or secret genetic mutation. It was lifestyle. It was diet. It was daily habits so simple they almost seemed too obvious. The Okinawan centenarians eat a largely plant-based diet. They consume over 1 kilogram of vegetables, fruits, and legumes every single day. Their primary carbohydrate isn't bread or pasta. It's the sweet potato, which has a low glycemic load and is packed with plant compounds. And they follow a principle called hara hachi bu, which means eating until you're only 80% full. Not stuffed, not satisfied, 80%. That alone is a game changer most Westerners have never even considered. But woven into this dietary tradition are specific functional ingredients that show up again and again in Japanese wellness culture. And 3 of them form the backbone of what's now going viral as the Japanese tonic. Drop a like and subscribe so I can make more Japanese secrets videos. I have a lot planned. Ingredient number 1, matcha. You've probably seen matcha everywhere by now. It's in lattes, ice cream, face masks. But most people in the West are consuming matcha as a trend without understanding what it actually does inside your body. And the difference between ceremonial Japanese matcha and the green powder they throw into your Starbucks drink is enormous. Real matcha is made from shade-grown tea leaves that are stone ground into a fine powder. Because you're consuming the entire leaf, not just steeping it in water, you're getting a dramatically higher concentration of active compounds. How much higher? Research from the University of Colorado found that matcha contains 137 times more EGCG than regular green tea. Now, to be fair, that specific number comes from one 2003 comparison study and shouldn't be treated as a universal rule. But the general principle holds. Matcha delivers catechins, and specifically EGCG, at levels that regular green tea simply can't match. So what does EGCG actually do? A meta-analysis published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that regular green tea consumption results in burning roughly 100 extra calories per day. That might not sound like much, but over a year, that's over 10 pounds of potential fat loss from one ingredient, without changing anything else about your diet. Studies have also shown that people who consume green tea extract containing high levels of EGCG burn 17% more fat during moderate exercise compared to people who don't. But matcha isn't just a fat burner. The catechins in matcha can lower triglycerides and LDL cholesterol, which is the bad kind. while raising HDL cholesterol, the good kind. EGCG specifically inhibits the expression of genes involved in lipid metabolism, which means it's not just working on the surface, it's influencing how your body processes fat at the genetic level. And then there's L-theanine. This amino acid, which is abundant in matcha, promotes a state of calm, focused alertness. It's why monks have used matcha during meditation for centuries. You get the energy of caffeine without the jitters, without the crash. It's smooth, sustained mental clarity. That alone makes it superior to coffee for a lot of people, but combined with the metabolic and cardiovascular benefits, matcha becomes something truly special. Ingredient number 2, umeboshi. This is where it gets really interesting, because most Westerners have never even heard of umeboshi, let alone tasted one. Umeboshi are pickled plums, intensely sour, deeply salty, and absolutely packed with health benefits that have been documented in Japanese medicine for over 1,000 years. The oldest Japanese medical text, called the Ishinpo, was written in 984 AD. And in that text, umeboshi was already being prescribed for specific ailments. The text states that umeboshi helps lower elevated energy, remove fever, calm the heart, heal bodily aches and tingling of the hands and feet, and heal skin conditions. That's not a modern marketing claim. That's a medical recommendation from over a millennium ago. Now here's where the science gets fascinating. Umeboshi has a powerfully acidic taste, but it creates a paradoxical alkalinizing effect in the body. It neutralizes fatigue, stimulates digestion, and promotes the elimination of toxins. If that sounds like something a wellness influencer made up, I get it. But research backs this up. Umeboshi is rich in polyphenols, which are thought to reduce the risk of diabetes, help lower blood pressure, prevent hardening of the arteries, and boost calcium absorption. Umeboshi plums contain over 20 different types of antioxidants. 20 in one small, wrinkly little plum. There's more. A 2012 study published in the World Journal of Gastroenterology found that 58 patients with liver disease showed decreased liver damage after consuming yumi fruit extract. And for anyone interested in weight management, umeboshi contains vanillin and specific polyphenols that are known to help with fat burning and prevent the storage of new fat. But my favorite thing about umeboshi is the samurai connection. Because of their compact size, incredible nutrient density, and natural preservative qualities, umeboshi were a staple food that samurai carried into battle. They needed something lightweight, something that wouldn't spoil, and something that would keep their energy up during long campaigns. Umeboshi checked every box. And even today, you can walk into any convenience store in Japan and find bento boxes with a single red umeboshi placed right in the center of white rice. It's not just food, it's a symbol. It's history you can eat. Now here's the thing. Younger generations of Japanese people are eating fewer umeboshi than their grandparents did. But there's a growing movement pushing back against that trend, arguing that umeboshi is the ideal superfood for the 21st century. Unique flavor, incredible health profile, and over 1,000 years of documented use. Hard to argue with that resume. Ingredient number 3. This is where you have a choice because the traditional tonic actually has 2 variations. The first version uses kombu, which is kelp seaweed. The second version swaps kombu for ginger and adds a squeeze of lemon or citrus. Both are legitimate. Both have deep roots in Japanese wellness culture. But let me tell you about kombu first, because the numbers here are staggering. Kombu is a type of seaweed that's absolutely loaded with iodine. A single serving can provide up to 2,000 micrograms of iodine. The recommended daily intake for adults? 150 micrograms. That means one serving of kombu gives you over 13 times your daily iodine requirement. Just 1 gram of raw dried kombu contains over 1,500 micrograms of iodine. Why does that matter? Iodine is the essential mineral your thyroid gland needs to function properly, and your thyroid controls your metabolism, your energy levels, your weight regulation, and even your mood. When your thyroid is sluggish because of iodine deficiency, everything slows down. You gain weight, you feel exhausted, your brain gets foggy. And here's the thing, iodine deficiency is surprisingly common in the West because we simply don't eat enough seaweed. Kombu also delivers vitamin K, calcium, magnesium, and fiber that promotes gut health. It's basically a mineral multivitamin that grows in the ocean, but I do need to give you the other side of this. Because kombu is so rich in iodine, consuming too much can actually suppress thyroid function. A study found that ingesting 15 to 30 grams of kombu daily for just 7 to 10 days significantly increased thyroid-stimulating hormone concentrations, exceeding normal limits in some subjects. The effect was reversible once they stopped, but the researchers specifically recommended avoiding excessive seaweed consumption. So with kombu, more is definitely not better. A little goes a very long way. If you prefer the ginger variation, you're still getting powerful benefits. Ginger aids digestion, reduces bloating, and has thermogenic properties, meaning it literally raises your body temperature slightly, increasing your metabolic rate. Combined with matcha and umeboshi, it creates a tonic that targets metabolism from 3 different angles simultaneously. So the tonic itself, you take high-quality matcha, add umeboshi paste or a whole crushed umeboshi, and either steep a small piece of kombu in warm water or grate fresh ginger and add a squeeze of citrus. That's it. 3 ingredients. You can make it in under 5 minutes. Now let me take you on a quick detour that I think you'll find absolutely wild. In 1962, the Japanese pharmaceutical company Taisho launched a drink called Lipovitamin D. It was one of the earliest energy drinks ever created, priced at just 150 yen per bottle. Company records suggest that a key ingredient in the Lipovitamin formula had actually been used by the Japanese Imperial Navy during World War II to combat fatigue and enhance night vision among sailors. Lipovitamin became so wildly successful that in the 1980s, Taisho Pharmaceuticals became Japan's top corporate taxpayer. An Austrian entrepreneur named Dietrich Mateschitz read about this and flew to Japan to understand the energy drink phenomenon. He then took the concept back to Europe, reformulated it, and launched a little brand you might have heard of called Red Bull. Lipovitamin predates Red Bull's precursor Krating Daeng by 14 years. The entire global energy drink industry started because Japan was already decades ahead in functional beverages. And that's the bigger picture here. Japan has been thinking about functional drinks and food as medicine for centuries before the West caught on. While we were developing synthetic vitamin pills in laboratories, Japanese households were combining matcha, umeboshi, and seaweed into daily rituals that accomplished the same goals and often more. Today, Japan's dietary supplement market is projected to grow at over 11% annually through 2030. In June of 2024, Kirin Holdings, one of Japan's biggest beer producers, acquired the leading supplement company Fansell Corporation for approximately $1.4 billion. In August 2024, Shiseido launched scientifically formulated ingestible beauty drinks using advanced nutrient absorption technology. Japan isn't slowing down, they're accelerating. But here's what I want you to take away from all of this. This tonic is not a magic bullet. Let me be clear about that. No single drink is going to transform your health overnight. The researchers who study Okinawa Centenarians will tell you that longevity comes from a combination of factors: plant-heavy diets, daily movement, strong social connections, stress management, and yes, specific functional foods consumed consistently over decades. What this tonic represents is a philosophy. It's the idea that your daily habits, especially what you put into your body first thing in the morning, compound over time into massive results. The Japanese don't take this tonic and then eat fast food for every meal. They integrate it into a broader lifestyle of mindful eating, moderation, and preventive care. 30% of Japan's population is now 65 or older. That's nearly a third of the country, and yet Japan consistently ranks among the healthiest nations on Earth. That's not an accident. That's a culture that has spent 1,000 years refining the relationship between food and health. 3 ingredients: matcha for metabolism and focus, umeboshi for digestion, fat burning, and cellular protection, kombu or ginger for thyroid support and thermogenesis. Simple, ancient, and backed by more science than most of the expensive supplements sitting in your medicine cabinet right now. Of course, talk to your doctor before making any significant changes to your diet. That's always smart. But if you're looking for a daily ritual that connects you to 1,000 years of Japanese wisdom while giving your body compounds that modern science is only now fully understanding, this tonic is worth your attention. The samurai knew it. The Centenarians of Okinawa proved it. And now you know it too. Subscribe, like, and let me know down in the comments your thoughts. I read them all, thanks.